Well, howdy all, Mrs. Calabash and all the ships at sea. It is another Trippy Food live stream, and today we're doing a Pringles live stream. So the reason I decided to do something different and do a Pringles live stream is because Pringles, if you go to their website, they have a whole bunch of things that they're calling new. Now, as we get into them, and you'll see in a moment, some of them aren't that new, but they're calling them new. And so we wanted to try to review as many flavors as we could. And there's a bunch of them that we just, oh, it's Doodle, Prince of Dogness. Hello, Doodle. How are you? Welcome. Um, so there's a bunch of new flavors, or what they're calling new flavors, and we wanted to review them. So yeah, we just went about and tried to get them and try to do them for you. So there were so many of them. I thought to myself, well, am I going to do these as shorts? Am I going to do one big episode and do them all in one episode? And I go, nah, you know what? I'm going to just do them on live stream. So this, I guess, will stand afterwards. If anybody wants to see us review the new ones, we will go ahead and do it. Now, the caveat is I wasn't able to get all of what they list as the new ones, but again, we will discuss that. And then some of the ones that were listed as new ones on their website, we've already reviewed. And so I'll just put up the link for those so that you guys can see that. So, who do we have in the room so far? We got 4 people in the room. I apologize for not doing a live stream last week, but it was Saturday. I was at what Michelle Grant will insist that I call my other home, which was her home in Los Angeles, and I had all my stuff there. So I was in the process of moving it back from there to here, and so wasn't sure what time I'd be able to do it. And then Sunday was Father's Day, which we spent with my father-in-law. So we're kind of busy, and hopefully you did some sort of thing honoring your father figure or the person that has served duty as the fatherly duties. It might even be your mom. I'm going to move this down a little bit like that. So I am doing something a little bit different today because it's 95 degrees here. I think it's 95, 97, something like that here in Los Angeles. And I have the air conditioner on. And I'm not going to do this without having the air conditioner on when it's 90 something degrees because it's going to get hot in here. So I'm using the headset because the headset has noise canceling microphone on it, right? So hopefully you're getting more of me talking and less of the sound of the air conditioning. Now, I can't hear myself very well because it's so noise canceling that the headphones are blocking the sound of my own voice. But I hopefully I know what I'm talking about and you guys can understand me. Let me know if you guys can still hear the hum of the air conditioner and it's still loud. Let me know because then I'll just take this thing off and we'll just use the other microphone, or we'll try to. So we haven't always had the best success in changing microphones uh, during the course of the live stream. So again, apologies for not having live stream last week and missed you guys, but we are back this week and we'll plan some other fun stuff coming up. So looks like we have 6. I have to do that. It's over there. We have 6 people. It looks like 6 people. I don't know if those are 6 subscribers that are watching. I don't know if that's 6 people that are in the chat. Honestly don't know. We are once again joined by Doodle, Prince of Darkness. We have not seen him in a while. You're gonna say hi, Doodle? You're gonna say hi? Look over there. Look over there. You're gonna say hi? That's you. That's you. You don't recognize yourself. You don't like. I think Doodle's eyesight might not be great, so he might not see himself or might not recognize himself. But so who do we have in the room? We have Ford Man was here. I don't know if he still is. Let's see. No, he's definitely not because he posted this at 6:55 a.m. And I do say he because it's Ford Man. I'm assuming. So he posted at 6:55. He was talking about Pringles and he suggested the habanero ones. I don't remember if we did the habanero ones. I don't remember seeing the habanero ones, and they're not. I don't think. Oh no. Okay, they are listed as. We'll get to that. So, Ford Man, if you are on the live stream, we did review the habanero ones, and we'll get to that. So we have Adam Hebb in the room. We have Eli in the room. We have John King in the room. We have Janice again. I mean, we have to have Janice. It wouldn't be a live stream if we didn't have Janice. Let's see who we have. Maggots. Now, that'd be interesting, John. If they had a maggot flavored Pringles, we would try it. So there we go. I think that's everybody. I think we covered everybody. So I didn't mention it on when I put out the notification that we're going to be doing a live stream. I did not mention that we were going to do a beverage, an adult beverage and a soft drink. But we always do an adult beverage and a soft drink. So we are doing an adult beverage or a soft drink. I just didn't put what it was going to be because it's it's not that it takes away from the whole idea of that we're doing a Pringles live stream. It's just that it wasn't important. The Pringles part was the important part. And so there, there we go. Hey, Pingu is in the room. Welcome. Good to see you, as always. And maybe we'll get some people who haven't been on in a while. That'd be cool. Doodle's just chilling here. Um, he's not really begging for a snack right now, so I think he's really chill. Maybe he can have Pringles, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like something logically that you should give a dog. That's just me talking. So let me ask you guys, how is the audio? How is the video? Again, um, I do have the air conditioner on, but I have the dark curtain on the windows. I have the lights on, the ring lights on. So how is the video? How's the video quality? Is it good? Should I change the lighting? Higher lighting, different color lighting? Is the lighting okay? How is the audio? Again, I'm using the headset. I'm using the headset mic because it's noise canceling, and hopefully we won't get as much of the air conditioner. So how is it? How does everything? Is it too loud? I set it to like 80% the microphone, so it wouldn't be too loud. Let me know how is everything? Chips and maggot dip. Hmm. That sounds interesting. Now, I don't know if you would do it with roasted maggots. Now, I will tell you, John, that I would be interested in doing that, but it would be prohibitively expensive, only because for like this amount of maggots, it's something like $10 or something like that. So to get enough maggots to make a good maggot dip, and to get that maggot flavor in that dip, then I'd probably have to spend about $30 or something on maggots to get that flavor. So a um, a maggot dip would would be, I think, prohibitively expensive, John. It sounds like a great idea. Maybe maggot chips. Maybe somehow you do chips, make your own potato chips, and then kind of fry the maggots into the potato chips, and then just use whatever dip you want. Like a ranch or something like that. That would work. I think that would work. So, we might be able to do maggot chips and dip, John. You know. Let's see. Janice, we don't know that Ford Man is in the room. Ford Man left that posting at what time was that? That was at 6:55 a.m. So, Janice, I'm not sure that Ford Man's actually in the room. If you are Ford Man, make yourself known and say hello. Looks and sounds good. Good. Excellent. Okay. Hopefully Julie will join us today. We wanted to have Julie do some more stuff, but right now she's in the process of setting up. Basically, she's changing rooms as to what is her office, and her office is where all her computer is, and the camera and everything is all set up. And so she's in the process of moving things around, and so therefore has not had a chance to have everything set up for her to be able to do live streaming or anything like that. So hopefully maybe this week, and maybe we'll do some more stuff with Julie. Maybe get her on live stream, or she might even do her own live stream. So, but we'll see how things progress, and hopefully she will join us today. So speaking of Julie, and speaking of Father's Day, you're probably wondering, why am I wearing this shirt? Now, this shirt, I will tell you that this shirt is the Market Basket logo, but it's done in kind of Boston accent. So it's Market Basket, and their slogan is, "We get more for your dollar, more for your dollar." Is so this was a Father's Day gift from Julie, and it is my Market Basket shirt, more for your dollar. Now, but Val, last night I dreamt. Wait, I dreamt that thing is on top of that. I can't. Val, I dreamt last night I was a ghost. That's interesting because John, I know you do ghost hunting. I know that you do paranormal, you know, investigate paranormal activity and everything. So I wonder if maybe that just influenced your dream, or maybe you are a ghost. Maybe that's why you're in touch with paranormal stuff, is because they recognize you as a ghost. So maybe you are a ghost, or maybe you have ghost in you. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Let's see. Funny Pringles, I hope. Are there funny Pringles bacon? Speaking of bacon, is there a bacon Pringles? Seems to me there should be. It seems to me that one was relatively easy. Before we start on the Pringles, one thing I will tell you about Pringles is that they, just like Lay's chips and a lot of the other big name brand chips, they anything that is supposedly meat flavored, it doesn't really have any meat. Like the first one that we'll probably try, we'll just probably go in the order that they're sitting up here. And the first one that we will try probably is the Carnitas Taco. Carnitas literally means in Spanish little meats. It's usually pork, and it's kind of shredded, and it's delicious if you get a chance to have carnitas, if you never have. But there's no pork in here. There's no carnitas. Let's see. It's really hard to see based on that lighting. Let's see. Potatoes, vegetable oil, corn, rice flour, maltodextrin, citric acid, because there's citric acid in everything. Let's see. Spices, onion powder, monosodium glutamate, hydrogen, something corn protein, garlic powder, sugar, caramel color, yeast, corn syrup solids, natural flavor, disodium something or other, uh, whey, and wheat starch. Now, natural flavor can be deceptive, but there's no pork in here. If there was pork in here, if there was meat in here, they would have to specify on the label. I mean, I don't think that Pringles are vegan per se, but I think they would have to specify if there was meat, and there isn't. It says contain milk and wheat ingredients, and that's it. So, so any of these that are supposed to be meat flavored are not going to have any meat in them. Somebody, I'm trying to remember what product it was that they were reviewing, but they were reviewing a product that we had done, and said, "Oh my God, you can taste the pork flavor." I think it was the Lay's Cuban sandwich, the Lay's wavy Cuban sandwich chips that are out now. We are not reviewing those because we already reviewed the Lay's Cuban sandwich chips. They might not have been the wavy ones, but we still reviewed the Lay's Cuban sandwich chips. And the thing about the Cuban sandwich chips is a lot of the reviews I saw, it's like, oh, you can taste that pork flavor. Oh, you definitely taste the pork flavor. There's no pork in there. So maybe they hinted at they put the spices that you would have in there, and that's where your mind goes. But there's no pork in that, so you can't taste the pork flavor because it ain't there, unless they just found some artificial flavoring that just somehow tastes like pork. But that's kind of a big disappointment for me with chips, in that it's supposed to have a meat flavor and it never does. Now the exception to that is Keogh's, Keogh's apostrophe S, I believe. It is an Irish crisp company, and I say crisp because in Ireland and the UK they're crisps and not chips. They have one that I have not seen for a very, very long time, that was Irish flame grilled steak, and it actually had meat in it, beef in it, and it was delicious and outstanding, which is probably why I can't find it, because I would really love to have it again. So there we go. And we will talk about crisps and chips in a second, because it definitely has something to do with Pringles. Dusty Beard is here. Welcome, Dusty Beard, or welcome back. Bacon is representing bacon. Let's see what happened last week. Well, Miguel, I think you came in afterwards. So last week on Saturday, I was at again my friend Michelle's house, which she says is my second house in here in LA. I was there and I had my laptop and everything there. And so I was coming back from there to here on Saturday and I wasn't sure what time. So I really couldn't set up anything for Saturday. And then Sunday was Father's Day and we spent Father's Day with my father-in-law. So that's why we didn't live stream last week. So that, as far as what happened last week, again, I did get this from Julie. This was a Father's Day gift from Julie. Market Basket, where you get more for your dollar. You've heard us say that when Julie and I have been on at Trippy Food East. Julie gave me another gift, which I'll get to here in 1 second. Let's see, just make sure I cover everything. Maggots and boiled eggs. Boiled eggs. Like soft boiled egg. I think you're just putting toasted maggots on top of that. Sure, maggots as like a garnish is fine on just about anything. So that would work. I don't know, like there's not much of an excitement level there, John. All right. So we're talking about Father's Day. We're talking about Julie. So Julie did send me something else. So what she sent me is this. And so this is Taylor's Lapsang Souchong tea. Now, doesn't seem like much of a big deal. She sent me a box of tea. Here's why it's a big deal. When I was in Boston, Julie and I went to the what was it called? The Boston Tea Party Ships and Museum. Now, the museum itself, we didn't go into the museum itself. There's historic displays and everything, but upstairs they have a place called Abigail's Tea Room, and for something like $8, they they give you this nifty cup, right? Abigail's Tea Room. They give you this nifty cup, and there's I think 5 or 6 teas, and you get to try each one of those teas, and you can have as much as you want. So if you really like something, you can go back and get more of it. That's a lot of tea to drink, though. And the thing about those teas is, every tea that they have there are teas that were on the ships that had the tea thrown overboard into Boston Harbor on on the night when they had the Boston Tea Party. Right. So this was one of those. And here's what I'm going to do. I am going to put the link for that in the chat. And that is the Boston Tea Party Ships and Museum episode where we went to the tea room and we had this tea. So Julie and I both had this tea. This is the Lapsang Souchong tea, which was amazing. So the way the tea is made, let's see. Our Lapsang Souchong tea is created in the mountains of China where the leaves are dried on bamboo over smoking pine wood fires. It's one of the oldest tea making methods in the world. And so when you get this tea, you get this smell of smoke, you get smoke smell. The tea is just that smoked tea is just amazing. And so she gave me this as a Father's Day gift as well. So what I'm going to do today is as my kind of keep my throat lubricated and moist, I am going to be drinking. I made this tea. It is awesome and amazing on its own. But today I put just a little bit of honey in it, and I actually squeezed a little bit of orange in it, which I thought would be nice. So we're gonna try that with the orange and the honey in it. Oh, that smell! Oh my God, that's good. That is so good. Wow, that is good. All right, so that was Father's Day gift from Julie, the tea and the shirt. So thank you, Julie. If you're not watching because you would have popped in. Who did I miss? Did I miss? Oh, Tom. Tom's in the room. Welcome, Tom. Good to see you. All right, so it is 1:18 p.m. We might as well get started. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do trivia today, but I will kind of go every once in a while. We're going to sprinkle in some facts and trivia and stuff about Pringles in general. So we're going to do that, and we do have our adult beverage, which we are going to start with. So as far as Pringles goes, and as far as what we're reviewing today, if you go to Pringles website, they list the new flavors of Pringles. Now they are in no specific order: Philly cheesesteak, enchilada adobada, which if you want to see something really funny, watch Reckless Eating's episode of the enchilada adobada Pringles and how Matt pronounces that. Um, Las Meras Habaneras. So who was it earlier? Fordman, I believe, said, "Hey, if you haven't tried the habanero one, you need to." That's the habanero one, and we did review that. everything bagel, honey mustard, Texas barbecue brisket, Minecraft spicy TNT, Carnitas Taco, all dressed cheesy jalapeno popper, and sweet chili sauce. Now, the ones that we were able to get, we weren't able to get all of those. So we didn't get the Philly cheesesteak, the enchilada adobada, and Las Meras habaneras. And the reason we didn't get them is because we've already reviewed them. So here's what I'm going to do. Um, this is, and this is what I thought was odd, is that when you go to their website, they're saying these are new. We reviewed the Philly cheesesteak Pringles in March of 2023. So it's like a year, almost like a year and a half they've been out on the market. And the folks at Pringles still consider that new. So here is the review of the Philly cheesesteak one. And the enchilada adobada and the Las Meras habaneras, that one we reviewed in May of 2023. So over a year ago, maybe just over a year ago. And so we will not be reviewing those today, only because we've already reviewed both of those. So those are those. I put them in the chat. I put the link in the chat, and at your leisure, you can check those out. So we're not doing the Philly cheesesteak today. We're not doing the enchilada adobada, and we're not doing the Las Meras habaneras because we've already done that, and the links are there. All right. So um, we couldn't get three of them. We couldn't get three of the new ones we haven't had yet, and that's Texas barbecue brisket crisp, which sounds amazing, cheesy jalapeno popper, and sweet chili sauce. All three of those sound really good. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to see if we can find those. We're going to continue to look for those three, and when we do find those, we'll do an episode and we'll update you with those three. Right. So today, just so that we have time, I'm going to take a couple of relatively new ones and add them into the mix, and we're going to review those as well. So one is going to be Elote, and Elote originally came out in 20, I think it might have even been before 2022, but Elote came out as Elote in 2022. Prior to that, it had come out occasionally as Mexican street corn, but now it's just Elote. And the other one is Hot Honey, and that came out in 2022. So we're going to add Elote and Hot Honey, both of those from 2022. We're going to add that into the mix. We might not have to if we get down to having reviewed all of them and our time is up. So there we go. It is absolutely miserable here today, around 110 with humidity. I don't know what it is with humidity here, Eli, in LA, but it is like 97 degrees, just regular air temperature. So even when you don't consider the humidity, it's 97. Tomorrow, I think it's supposed to go down to 90, and then it's supposed to go into the high 80s after that. But it's brutal. I'm just spending the whole day in this room with the air conditioning on. So I'm assuming that around the country, everybody else is suffering with the heat wave as well. So if there are no trivia cards today, then I'm going to give a single kumquats for the record. Well, we're gonna throw some. It's not really questions, but throw some trivia and some history and everything, as long as we're talking about Pringles. I'm gonna throw that in there. Okay, so we're almost at the half-hour mark, and I've just been standing here yapping and drinking this amazing tea. So we are going to get started, and we are going to get started with our adult beverage. And our adult beverage for today is it's Schneider Weisse Aventinus weizen-dopplebock, which is a wheat double bock. So let's see if I can do this. If anybody there speaks fluent German, just let me know how my accent is. Schneider Weisse Aventinus weizen-dopplebock. And this is a whopping 8.2% ABV. So this has more alcohol by volume than anything else we've ever done on this show, and it's a pretty big bottle. So this is from the brewery is Schneider Weisse, and it was founded by George Schneider and his son George in 1872 in Munich, Germany, right after they had acquired the Weisses Brauhaus in Munich, which was the oldest wheat brewery in the city. So it is a wheat beer, and we're just going to go ahead and give this a shot. I don't know who this guy is. He looks like Henry VIII. but I suppose he's a German brewer. Welcome back, everybody. Richard Simmons. Okay, Rich, open that bottle for us. It's cloudy, sprinkling, and just below 110. I'd be out in the rain, man. If it's sprinkling, I would be out in that rain. All right, Julie is not here to rate my pour, unfortunately. I haven't had a lot of wheat beers. My preference is porters and stouts. I don't drink beer to get drunk. I drink them because I like beer. Um, and because I like the flavor of beer, trying different beers gives me an opportunity to taste beers that I say I will never drink again. But I've had really good luck with beer. We had a lot of nucleation happening there. See, Janice, I remembered, and I don't have to have you remember it. There's a lot of it going on there. You can see that in the bottom of the glass. I wish I had a spoon and I could get through that, or a straw to get through that. So this is a double bock, and I think the main reason that it's dark like that is because the hops are roasted, very very well roasted. I could be wrong on that. Anybody who's a beer aficionado can correct me. So I mean, I want to drink this, but at the same time, see how am I going to do this? I could wait till the foam settles, but we got a lot of stuff to do. All right, let's try this. All right, that one that one has kind of a nutty flavor. There's um there's a bitterness to it, but it's not a bad bitter. It's not like a sour bitterness to it, but there's a little bit of a bitterness to that. Um, it's smoky and maybe a little bit woody, and it almost has like caramel notes, but not from a sweetness standpoint. Um, but it has really good flavor. I really like that beer, and I'm going to give that a thumbs up. Maybe not a gigantic thumbs up. Maybe it's like one of my favorite beers, but it is really, really good. So we'll just put that up there, and you guys can look at that. And now let's get into our Pringles, and then we'll stop about halfway through, and we'll do our soft drink. So let's see. I just want to make sure I get all the things in the chat. I'll try to make it back. Got to run to the store. Okay, Eli. Hopefully, we will see you on the flip side. So when you get back. All right. So we're going to get into our Pringles now. Again, we went over the flavors. We went over what we don't have. We went over what we do have. We went over what we've already done. So let's talk about the company itself. So the company itself was um, basically the development of Pringles started back in 1956. It was developed by Frederick Bauer. So he's the one that started developing Pringles, but it was not a product. And while he was developing it, now the thing about Bauer is he's generally considered the person who kind of created it, but he's not listed as the inventor on the patent. The thing about Bauer is when he died in 2008, he requested that his cremated ashes be buried in a Pringles can, and those wishes were granted. So he is now in a Pringles can. So in the 1960s, Alexander Liepa, he continued the work that Frederick Bauer was doing on uh, on making these chips. And at first, the thing is, they tried a bunch of different things. They just couldn't get good flavor, so the flavor wasn't good. So they kept on experimenting and they kept on working on it through the '60s. And so even though Bauer's the one who initiated and who created Pringles initially, Alexander Liepa is the one who's on the patent as the person who invented the um, the Pringles. Now, originally, the patent lists the recipe as a paste of dehydrated potatoes, rice, corn, and wheat, and they used a cookie cutter to stamp out the perfectly shaped chips. And that shape is known as a hyperbolic paraboloid. So if anybody asks you, what is that Pringle shape? You can tell them it is a hyperbolic paraboloid. Okay, so that's enough facts for now. Let's dig into our first one, and we're going to start with our Carnitas Taco. And this is brand new. This one, I would say, it's been out for maybe weeks. Hasn't been out that long. And again, carnitas are. I like the way they show like a carnitas in a taco, but I'm sure it's not going to taste like that at all. They do show some lime. They show some cilantro, so hopefully we're going to get those flavors in there. I think little bits of onion. If you have not had an opportunity to try actual carnitas, you need to do that because I mean, if you're vegan, you're not going to want to do that. And if you're not, I'm like a big fan of pork, you're not going to want to do that. But it is absolutely delicious. And if you can find some, I would suggest like a mom and pop Mexican restaurant that has it. Um, or if you're in the LA area and you go to Vallarta, which is a supermarket, they have like a little, I'm going to call it a deli, but a little part where they actually prepare food there, and they usually have carnitas there, and it's amazing, and you should do it. So there we go. Mean Metal Mike is in the room. Welcome. What's ambrosia salad? Ambrosia salad, I believe, is I think like it has Jello in it. It has Jello in it, and it's really sweet. Jello and fruit and some other stuff. So that's what ambrosia salad is. It's not a salad in I was going to say it's not a salad in traditional terms, but then neither is tuna salad. So there we go. Yeah, it's good to see you too, Mike. I'm glad you could join us. And Steve Russell is in the room. Welcome, Steve. Welcome back. Good to see you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and eat or try these carnitas tacos Pringles, which are new. Now, we'll tell you something else. Anybody know this guy's name? Now they call him Mr. Pringle, but do you know his first name? We've said it on the show before. I'm going to throw it out to you guys. Yes, Janice got it. It is Julius. Julius Pringle. Now the funny thing about the name is that um, what happened was they never really had a name for it. There wasn't a Mr. Pringles. There wasn't anybody named Pringles. Rumor is that they went through a phone book, a phone directory, and they saw the street, like a Pringle Street or something, and they decided to use it. Somebody else said that there was somebody on the development team, his name was Pringle, and they decided to use it. But there's no definitive. They've never come out and said this is what we're named for. This is there's no definitive answer to why it's named Pringles. But the name Julius, I think it's like some a fan or somebody had just called him Julius, and the people at Pringles jumped on it and said, "Yeah, his name's Julius." So it was a case of he was named. Somebody named him Julius, and the people at Pringles go like, "Yeah, his name's Julius." So that's why that guy's Julius. All right, it has a really nice smell. Love that smell. All right, here we go. Those are savory, spicy, and when I say spicy, I don't mean hot spicy. It means there's a nice mix of spices there. I am getting cilantro, but not the soapy kind. If you don't like cilantro, I mean, if you don't like cilantro, you probably will get the soapy kind. It's savory. It's slightly salty. Hmm, I like it. Now, again, I'm not tasting actual carnitas, little meats. I'm not tasting those in there at all. But these are really good Pringles. So, yeah, I'm going to give them a thumbs up. What I'm going to do is during the course of the day, whenever there's anything that has meat on, like has meat listed on it and everything, I'm not going to hold it against them that that the actual meat flavor is not in there because they never do. So I'd have to give them all a thumbs down if that was the case. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to judge them on the flavor of the chips themselves. It has the same type of spices that you would get on your tongue from carnitas and everything. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up. All right. So there's that guy. Let's see. How are we going to do this? Let me just move these forward, and I'll just put the spent ones in the back. All right, there we go. In 1987, Pringles tested a bologna sandwich flavored chip around summertime and got bad reviews saying the flavor tasted like sweaty gym socks. Sounds like they were successful to me. Can someone wish Tom a hello? We can't see each other's messages. Steve and Tom, make sure you have live chat on. So look at the top of the chat. There's a drop down. One says top chat and one says live chat. Make sure you have it on live chat, because you have it on top chat, you might not see some of the chats. So both of you check to make sure that you're on live chat there. Live chat and not, well, your chat might be somewhere else. Check to see if you're on live chat or top chat. If you're on top chat, change to live. I have it on live chat. Maybe Tom doesn't though. So I see Steve's message is just fine. Oh, okay, Steve. You're just not seeing Tom's for some reason. Maybe he blocked you. All right, let's dig into our next one, and we'll do a little bit more Pringles history, Pringles trivia. So the the patent for Pringles was 1976. The 1976 patent describes Pringles as a potato chip product and process wherein a dough is prepared from dehydrated cooked potatoes and water and subsequently fried. Now, they say a potato chip product and they say dehydrated cooked potatoes, but they're not completely made from dehydrated cooked potatoes. So I think, what is the percentage? I had that. 42. They say that Pringles has about a 42% potato content, which does not really lend itself to be calling itself a chip. So what happened was, because they're not made from sliced potatoes, they're not like 100% potatoes, they're 42% potatoes. Other chip manufacturers got upset about this, and they approached the Food and Drug Administration, and they wanted them to force Pringles not to use the word chips. So what Pringles did was they decided to change it. So in the United States, Pringles uses the word crisps, which is the British name for chips. So if you go to England and you want a bag of chips, you ask for a packet of crisps. You don't ask for chips, you ask for crisps, because chips in the UK are potatoes, like French fried potatoes. You go to a chip shop and you're going to get French fried potatoes. They call those chips, but they call potato chips crisps. Now, in the United States, they decided, since the Food and Drug Administration wouldn't let them call them chips, they decided they would use the word crisps, not crips. They're not crips, they're crisps. Now, consequently or conversely, God, what did I say that was? 8%? Consequently or conversely, in the UK, they can't call them crisps because they're not crisps. They're not fried potatoes. So they call them chips. So Pringles in the UK are called chips, and Pringles in the United States are called crisps, and that's why. So you won't see them listed as potato chips anywhere. They call them crisps in the UK because they can't. But why say that? I didn't block him. I was not being serious, Tom. I'm my apologies if I was taken seriously. I did not mean to imply, Tom, that you actually blocked him, because you wouldn't do that. So my apologies if it came across that way. Almost got your finger stuck in the chat. Yeah, that would be like, oh, I can't get it out. There we go. So my apologies, Tom. That was not my intent. Kumquat Pringles. There you go. That would be cool. All right, so let's dig into our next one. This one I'm really interested in. All dressed. Now, you have seen all dressed before, because we have done all dressed chips before. All dressed is a style of potato chips from Canada, and they're usually very, very good. The Canadians know how to make all dressed chips. I think Lay's and maybe Ruffles and maybe some other chip manufacturers here in the United States have tried to do all dressed chips, and they're just not as good as the Canadian ones for some reason. So I would love to think to myself that this can of Pringles all dressed chips are from Canada. Let's see, that would be kind of cool. A product of Canada. But no, they're made in Jackson, Tennessee. So there you go. Now, if I'm not mistaken, all dressed has ketchup and vinegar and onion in it. Let's see, tomato, but I think it's actually ketchup in all dressed chips. Tomato, onion, and vinegar flavors. So, what could go wrong? Let's just go ahead and rip this one open. Where's the Colgate Pringles minty fresh potato? Okay, get all those cavities out. Never even assume that these are good for you. There's no way that these are good for you. There we go. Tom, please put the fortune cookie milkshake on the poll again. The fortune cookie milkshake? There's such a thing? All right, here we go. All dressed chips. Now, if I remember back to when I had an all dressed chip, Canadian all dressed chip, there was a certain like saltiness to it. These don't really have that. These are like lighter on the salt. I mean, you are getting some salt there. It's Doodle, Prince of Darkness. Doodle, come up and say hi. Come up and say hi. Doodle, the Prince of Darkness, everybody. Hey, dude. Hey, dude. How you doing, Doodle? Did you want a snack? Hmm? You want a snack? Did you smell me opening that can of all dressed chips and think to yourself, I have to have some of those? Well, I can't give you those, but I can give you a snack. And I'm going to give you a piece of snack because you might come back for more. And I want to pace you on that. So, you want a snack? You do want it. He does want a snack. All right. Doodle, the Prince of Darkness, everybody. Can Doodle tell it's not real meat? Well, all dressed doesn't have any meat in it anyway. But I mean, if I gave him the Carnitas one, I don't think he would know because he's never had Carnitas. So, um, okay, I see. So Tom is just talking about putting the poll back on. Tom, are we good? Are we good, Tom? I mean, is my apology accepted for for sounding like I was insinuating that you blocked somebody when you didn't? Let me know. Um, these are a little bit light on the vinegar. I like that all dressed to have that really tang from the vinegar. These seem to be a little bit light on that. There's some tomato onion taste, but it's more subdued in this. I think they just need to amp up all the flavors on this one. It's not it doesn't quite have the oomph that you get from regular all dressed chips. I'm going to give that a thumb. I'm going to give it a thumbs up, trending downward. Good. It's nice flavor and everything. They just need to amp that flavor up. And it's not going to be in the middle because, it is still all dressed and everything. So I'm going to say thumbs up, trending downward on that one. All righty. That one goes in the back. Have some more of our adult beverage, which is very good. All good, all cool in the pool. Okay, Tom. Yeah, I apologize that there was any misunderstanding. I was just joking, which I've been known to do from time to time. Now, which I'm known to do all the time. All right, so let's try this one. So this is Minecraft Spicy TNT. Now I'm all for spicy. I think one of my favorite Pringles was when they did the hot ones, and I think they had three of the hot ones. They had the green and the red hot sauce one, and then I'm trying to remember what the third one was. Maybe classic. So this was, I believe, it was last year that they came out with the hot ones, Pringles chips, and I think Julie and I did it. I gave you the links early on to what Pringles has on their website as new Pringles that we did last year, but we've done a lot of other Pringles that are considered older Pringles. So if you just kind of go to our YouTube channel and you look, just put in Pringles in the search, it'll come up with a bunch of other ones. So you'll see all the other Pringles that we've done. over the past few years. So this is Minecraft Spicy TNT. So there's a game tie-in on this. There's the Minecraft game tie-in. Now, I think Minecraft, and I've never played the game. So when somebody says Minecraft, I always think of Minesweeper. And I don't know if you guys remember Minesweeper because some of you are not as old as I am, but it used to come with Windows. So with Windows, there used to be this this game that automatically came with Windows, and basically it was called Minesweeper, and you basically clicked on the blocks and you tried to see how many blocks you could clear without landing on a mine. And if you landed on a mine, you were done, right? So eventually you would just have to like it would if you clicked on one spot that didn't have a mine on it, and then maybe three after that didn't have the mine on it, it would open up all three of those. And so you could just kind of like, you had to kind of guess and you go like, okay, I'm going to click here. Okay, no mine. And it opens up some other stuff. And then eventually, if you get all the spots that don't have a mine on it without getting blown up, that's how Minesweeper worked. So let's see. Okay, Bacon remembers Minesweeper. Does anybody still remember? You can play giant Minesweeper maps online. But does anyone else remember? Does anyone else remember Minesweeper? So the thing is, I always see Minecraft and I always think Minesweeper, but I know it's not the same. Now, everything on here is like very pixelated. So I'm wondering if the game itself is pixelated, like very 2D looking, like Leisure Suit Larry or something along those lines. Those old 2D games. Maybe Minecraft is like that. I don't know. Like maybe it looks like pixelized Legos or something along those lines. I've never played Minecraft. I'm not sure what the object of the game, what you do. I don't know how it works. I think it's a group player game, so like you can have multiple people playing online together. I have no idea, but this is a tie-in. I I Pringles have done other tie-ins as well. They had a Halo tie-in, and they've had a couple of other ones. And I think we've actually done some. Again, you can check to see which are. But this is from Minecraft, and it's saying Spicy TNT. There's a kind of a pixelated pepper, but I don't know what kind of pepper. Let's see if they say. Dried potatoes, vegetable oil. Oh, oh, okay. Corn flour, cornstarch, rice flour. That's it. That's it. Dried potatoes, vegetable oil, the germinated yellow corn flour, cornstarch, maltodextrin, rice flour, mono, and diglycerides. That's it. No, no, hang on a second, because it says spicy TNT, and I am not seeing anywhere where it says like natural flavors, spice, uh, peppers. I don't see that anywhere. So where is the spicy come in? They better not be pulling my leg here. And the other thing it doesn't have, oh, it contains 2% or less of monosodium glutamate, cheddar cheese. It has cheese in it. Let's see, yeast extract. There's the natural and artificial flavors, citric acid, because there's citric acid in everything. Yellow, 5-lake disodium. It doesn't say peppers specifically, but it does say natural and artificial flavors, and so maybe that's where it is. So it says spicy. We're going to give it a shot. We're going to see how spicy it is. We probably are, Bacon, going to be disappointed in the flavor explosion. It's probably going to be a flavor dud, but we'll see. You can play solo or together. Oh, I've never played. Does Matt ever play that on Twitch, on Reckless Eating? Do they ever play Minecraft, or have they ever played it? Everything is blocky in Minecraft. Yeah, I guess like this, right? We call that pixelized. What if the flavor is pixelated? I will tell you in a second here, Tom. Well, that looks spicy. Let's see if we can get a close up of that. That looks spicy. It is. Ooh. Hmm. It is exceptionally spicy for a Pringle. So spicy, in fact, that it kills the cheese. The one chip crispy you are forced to open from the top. Well, I was going to say the one that comes in a can as opposed to a bag, but now there are others as well. As a matter of fact, I was in Walmart the other day because I was looking for the ones that we couldn't find, and I asked the guy, and he said, "Hey, do you have the?" I'm trying to remember which one it was. I think it was the jalapeno popper one. He goes, "Yeah, it's over there," and it was some other brand in a can like this. And I go, "Yeah, but those aren't Pringles. That's some other brand." And he goes, "Oh yeah, I guess we don't have them." Which brings me to an interesting story. So at Walmart, getting somebody to help you at Walmart is kind of a crapshoot. So I have been into Walmart where I'm looking for something that Walmart's supposed to have, and I asked somebody and said, "Hey, do you have the blah blah blah?" And they go, "Well, let me look it up." So they look it up on this little, on their phone, which is kind of like tied into their inventory or something, and they go, "No, we don't have that in this store," or "Yeah, we do have it. It's over an aisle, whatever." So we have that. Then we have other people who say, "Do you have this?" And they go, "No." And then you say, "Well, can you look it up?" And they go, "No." I'm like, you can't look it up, or you won't look it up, because other people will look that up. It's been a crapshoot. The other day, there was one guy, he was stocking the shelves in the aisle where I was looking, and I said, "Excuse me, can you help me?" And he didn't even answer me. He just kept on doing what he was doing, and I just said it like three times, and he just kept on doing what he was doing. So it's kind of like, well, not really helpful. Now, one thing I will tell you is that if you remember correctly, Julie and I, when I was in Boston, Julie and I did the Campbell's Chunky Chicken Ghost Pepper Soup. It's back. So if you go to, I've seen it at Walmart. I don't remember if I've seen it in Rob's, which is our local Kroger store, but I have seen it at Walmart. So if you guys have had not tried that, it's back. So if you guys want to try that, get out there and get it. Okay, let's see. The one chip crispy. They should do 3-layer spice challenge for the smaller cans of Pringles to see how far you can go. Unfortunately, I think after the one chip challenge thing last year, I think a lot of I think they're dialing back the heat in a lot of these things. Um, so we can talk about that for a second because we have time. We have another hour. The autopsy report from the 15-year-old kid who died after doing the one chip challenge, came back, and he had heart problems. So he had problems with his heart. I can't remember exactly what they were, but they were congenital heart problems, which the chip contributed to the problems with his heart being the cause of his death. So he ate the chip, which caused, I don't know, stress, distress, whatever it was that affected his heart, which he had a pre-existing condition with his heart, which killed him. However, Pocky had pulled the chip from the market in an abundance of caution, said, "Well, somebody's dead. We're just going to pull them all back." Took them all off the shelves, and according to an official statement by the company, they're not doing it anymore. So there's not going to be a 2024 hot chip challenge. So there were. I don't remember when it started. It's maybe been going for like almost 10 years now, and we've done. I think it was 4 of them. I think we've done 4 of them, including the one that actually, contributed to the death of the 15-year-old kid. But we will not be able to do them any longer because they're not manufacturing now. If you go onto eBay or whatever, I'm sure you can find one of the 2023, 2022, 2021, 20, earlier ones. You can probably find those for like $50 or something like that. It's not worth it. It's just that we're not going to be able to do that anymore, which we kind of look forward to doing that every year. We're not going to be able to do that anymore because Pocky is no longer going to make the one chip challenge. And again, it just took one person who, I don't know if they sued the company. They might not have had any basis to sue the company if there was a pre-existing condition. Also, he was 15 years old, and the label specifically says that it is intended for adults and and people who are susceptible to you know capsaicin or whatever it was. There are clear warnings on the package and everything. So there probably was not a lawsuit, but either way, in an abundance of caution, they took it down, and so now we won't see that again. So we will not, unfortunately, be able to do the one chip challenge anymore. Now, so I'm not sure, but Sean, who you seen us, me and Katie did with Sean, we did the hot chip challenge, which was a European version of the one chip challenge. We did that with him. He's from Germany, and he showed me that he was able to get the Samyang 3X ramen, which is obviously one hotter than the 2X, but it's one hotter, isn't it? And is going to send it. So I'm waiting for that, and hopefully we'll get two of them. We will send one to Katie, and then Sean and Katie and I will do the Samyang 3X. So we're waiting for that to happen. The 3X is unavailable in the United States. If you want to pay something like $50 to get it online, you can do that. It's not worth $50 to get something that a not known commodity. So we're working on that. All right. Imagine suffering tremendously before dying over a chip. Yeah. Again, he's 15 years old, and it specifically said, for adult consumption or whatever. And it's sad, it really is. But I'm sure there are other kids that have done it. I'm sure kids' parents have bought it for them and everything. But it was a case of the perfect storm of him having the heart problems and doing this as a challenge and everything. So there is sadness associated with it, but that's it. That's it. Game over. All right, let's go to the next one. This one looks really interesting. Let's see. Do we? Yes, we do have some more Pringles trivia or Pringles facts. Uh, Pringles was officially ready for sale. So again, remember it was first developed or it was first started in 1956. For they first started looking into it. Then through the 60s, they worked on it, and then finally in 1967 it was available for sale, or it was deemed ready for sale. So originally it was called Pringles Newfangled Potato Chips, and as a kid, I remember them. I don't remember them being in the can, but they had to have been in the can. But I remember them being called Pringles Newfangled Potato Chips. That didn't last too long. So, in 1968, Procter and Gamble first released these. They were first released in Indiana, so that was the first place they were marketed. And then by 1975, they were available all across the U.S. And in 1991, they were available internationally. So the next one we're going to do is everything bagel. Now, I will tell you, and I'm trying to remember who it was, but somebody had put in the suggestion box that Nishan had a everything bagel ramen. Now I went to find the everything bagel ramen, could not find the everything bagel ramen, so I got the original Nishan instant ramen, and I made my own everything bagel. So I got the everything bagel seasoning. I boiled a bagel in water, and I used that water to make it everything. I think I've already posted the episode for that. But while I was in Walmart the other day looking for the new Pringles, I actually found the Nishin Everything Bagel ramen. So we're going to be doing that soon, and I'll kind of link it to the other one, the one that we actually did, and we'll see how they compare. So I actually got the Nishin Everything Bagel ramen. So this again is an Everything Bagel Pringle. Now the tell is going to be when I open this up and I look at the Pringle, if it's going to have like this, the seeds, the little bits, I think I want to say sesame seeds. So everything bagel has, I think, sesame seeds. It has onion, like onion chips. It has garlic. Might even have poppy seed. I'm not sure if it has poppy seed and salt. The list of the ingredients is dried potatoes, yellow corn flour, rice flour, salt, sugar, non-fat milk. I don't know why they need the milk. Onion powder, garlic powder. So there's those flavors. Cream cheese, which is interesting. They're adding the cream cheese flavor because and everything bagel does not necessarily have cream cheese flavor on it because some people eat everything bagel plain. They don't actually put cream cheese on it. So that's not a necessity with the flavor, but they've added cream cheese in here, which sounds really interesting. So that should be fun. Let's see. Carob bean gum, spices, natural flavor, wheat starch. Okay, we shall see. Not much of a smell at all. Now, they've already, I can already tell you that they've missed the boat on this one because if you look at the chip there, you don't see the little flecks of onion, toasted onion. You don't see sesame seed. You don't see anything else on it and everything. So it just looks like a plain Pringle. So they've kind of missed the boat on that already. Let's see about the flavor though. All right, there's the onion flavor comes in afterwards. That's pretty good. Getting the garlic. The cream cheese is subtle, but not necessary. It seems like it's a little bit saltier than normal, which I think is good for an everything bagel. It's not as like if you guys have had an everything bagel, it's kind of a shock to your mouth because a lot of those stuff is kind of these amped up flavors, and so a lot of it is kind of like a shock to your mouth. This one is not so much. So this one's a little bit more subtle. So like when you bite, like I can't see somebody sitting there eating two everything bagels. There's just so much happening there from a spice and saltiness standpoint that you just can't eat a lot of those. This one is a little bit more mellow and a little bit more toned down. Um, the flavors are there, and I would say that this is more akin to a everything. Oh, what it really finishes with that cream cheese. If you really get that cream cheese flavor on the finish, um, I would say that these are more of an everything bagel flavor than a lot of other things that are supposed to be everything bagel. It's just that you don't have those textures. You don't have the texture of the like the toasted onion and stuff. You don't have or the sesame seeds. Those things add texture to that bagel, and that texture is kind of missing. So I've never seen Pringles that had anything that had texture on them. So that's maybe understandable. And everything. I just would have liked to have seen that texture and everything, but they do really come close on the flavor. It's just there's something missing on the everything bagel experience. So I'm going to say thumbs up, but trending. Let's see. That looks like it's straight up, but it's not. So I'm going to say thumbs up, trending downward slightly. Yeah. Again, I don't know if Pringles can't do it, but if they could do it, I think adding something that has that crunch and the texture and everything of everything bagel, I think would have helped. So there we go. So there you go. All right. So it looks like the chat has been quiet for a while, and I'm just hoping that we're still on. Are we? If you're out there, let me know. It looks like there's only 6 people in the room. It seems like I realize it's summer and a lot of people are traveling and a lot of people are doing things on weekends and they're out and about and everything with the kids and everything. And so that's why I'm assuming that our live streams have been really light lately. But if you guys are tired of the live streams or something, let me know. If you guys still enjoy it, let me know. But it's like I said, it was I'm on and you're here. Okay, it just got really quiet, and I just thought, maybe everyone's bored with the Pringles. So don't know. That is good. All right. So more more Pringles information, facts slash whatever. To date, Pringles has 25 different flavors, which means 25 active flavors, not 25 total flavors that they've ever come up with. 25 active flavors. So you could go to a store that has all the Pringles, and you'll find maybe 25 different flavors in the U.S. And this is off Pringles website, so there's 25 that are currently available. So these are regular ones and or ongoing ones, and then new flavors. and limited time only flavors. Some of these are limited time only. I think we have not. Oh, okay. So the Minecraft TNT ones are limited time only. Trying to think if any. No, the other ones are not. They're bursting with flavor, but they don't say that they're limited time only. So they're new. Probably introduce them to them. Just here enjoying the reviews. All right, Miguel. Well, glad to have you here. So there's 25 active flavors, and there's even more internationally. So there's some flavors that they do internationally that they do not do here. But to date, somebody has tried to calculate this. I don't know how accurate you can be, but they said that there's over 160 flavors to date. So which means they started marketing it in the late 1960s. Yeah, 1968. No, 1968 is when they started marketing it. So between 1968 and today, only 160 or over 160 flavors makes sense, I guess. You know, how crazy can you get? You can get really crazy. Oh, okay. So as far as flavors go, in the UK, they have had flavors like some of the flavors in other places. In the UK, they've had flavors like pigs in a blanket and cheese fondue. And I'm willing to bet that those flavors in the UK, like pigs in a blanket, actually had meat in them. I'm just saying. I have a feeling it had meat in them. In Japan, they had egg sandwich, and in Korea, sweet mayo cheese. So they do have different flavors that are available in other parts of the world that are not available here. Now, I'm going to throw this out there and see if anybody can guess what they are. If you just want to throw out one of them, that's fine. Who can tell me what the two most popular flavors of Pringles are globally? What are the two most popular flavors of Pringles globally? If you just get one, you get one. That's fine. There's there's no penalty for not getting them right. Just throw it out there. What do you guys think the two most popular flavors of Pringles in the world are globally? Let's have another sip. Tom, I should have expected that, and I'm waiting for John King to jump in there. John, don't let me down. If you're still there, John, what are the two most popular Pringles flavors in the world? See, now Miguel is getting a real guess here. Janice is guessing. Miguel, you can't do it for John. John has to do it himself. So either Doler or Maggot, or Doler Maggot. Like those are the two. Those would be John's. So maybe John's not here anymore. But if John was here, his two guesses, the two most popular flavors would be Doler and Maggot. All right. So Miguel says pizza and sour cream. Those are good guesses. It's funny. Pizza is really popular, but it was years before I actually tried pizza. I had a bunch of the other flavors and everything, and I hadn't had pizza. So one day I just like, I have to have pizza. I think I might have even done that on a live stream where I specifically said, I know this isn't weird to you guys, but I've never had the pizza one. So we did it as a live review. But yeah. Uh, so Miguel said pizza and sour cream. Jenna said barbecue and sour cream and onion. And Miguel stood in for John King and said Doler flour. It is, in fact, okay. Who said sour cream and onion? Miguel said sour cream, and Janice said sour cream and onion. You're both correct. That is one of them, sour cream and onion. But the other one is original flavor, the original flavor Pringles. So you both got one right. Close enough. We don't keep score anymore. Oh my God, that tea is so good. I mean, seriously, if I know some of you aren't going to know what I'm talking about because you came in afterwards, but anyone was here at the beginning of the live stream. If you have not tried this tea, now you don't have to get this brand of tea, but it's Lapsang, Lapsang Souchong, Souchong tea. It is made by putting the tea leaves over bamboo racks and smoking them over the taste is amazing. It's just really, really good. So if you guys have a chance to try that, please do. Hey, Dave Aiken has joined us. Welcome, Dave. Glad you could join us. Love Pringles. Always enjoy watching your show before Sunday dinner with my kids. Oh, and see, Dave brings up an interesting point or a good point. Now, the point is that and we've been, you guys in the community, you guys have been great about this. Is that we try to be a family friendly show, so you can watch this show with your kids. We're not a kid show. We're not a family show. We try to be family friendly, and we do this so for that specific reason, so that you can watch this with your kids. And I mean, I've had my grandchildren on the show at various times. So Dave, you bring up an interesting point, and you can watch the show with your family. So there is a blue Val. There is a salty Val, and if you watch Reckless Eating, occasionally you can see salty Val. I will tell you that we just recently did. I did an episode format for Reckless Eating while we were in Colombia, and we were focusing on the food offerings from the fast food places, and one of them was a KFC. So KFC in Colombia had a maracuya sundae. Now maracuya is passion fruit, and so we got the twist ice cream. Now here in the United States, you get twist ice cream, it's chocolate and vanilla. In Colombia, you get the twist ice cream. It is vanilla and caramel, or arequipe is what they call it, which is caramel with milk added. So, but if you think about it, if you're putting it in the ice cream, that's the milk added. So it's the twist was vanilla and caramel, and it had the maracuya or the passion fruit on top of it. And so that's what we did. We did a review for Reckless Eating. Now, again, on some of the Reckless Eating reviews, Val will occasionally drop an S bomb or an F bomb or something along those lines. But this particular review that we did in Colombia was was family friendly. So I don't know if you guys check that out. Those of you who watch Reckless Eating, we have done that. So it's hot enough in our house. I'm going to crank the oven to 450 and make some biscuits. Oh, it's not hot enough in the house. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think if we shut off the AC, we'd be able to bake biscuits by putting them on the dining room table. So we're not going to do that. All right, let's do another Pringles. How are we doing on time? We got plenty of time, and we got plenty of Pringles left. I think we got three left. We do have three left, and we have about 45 minutes to go. So I am getting a little bit of flashes. So you guys, please forgive me if I have a hard time reading. Here's what I'm gonna do. Wait right here. Don't go away. If you and if somebody else pops in and goes, "Where's Val?" Just tell them I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some aspirin because what I have flashes, and basically what happens when I get flashes is that I get these areas inside my field of vision where everything is kind of like yellow and foggy, and I can't focus, so I can't read stuff. And I think it's kind of important. So I'm gonna go get some aspirin or some Tylenol, and I'll be right back. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I don't have any fancy hold music. It's funny. I just realized that I have a wireless headset. So if I had gone out into the kitchen and I continued to say something, or if I, got mad and started swearing or anything, you guys would have heard it. So let's see. What I'll drink water with this. It's going to take a few minutes to kick in, so we will muddle through with this in the meantime. And let me tie my shoelace because even if I'm sitting down, I will end up tripping over it. I know you guys think that that's impossible, but it's going to happen. Alrighty, so let's do another one. So this is one of the. I think we put the ones that are not necessarily new last. So this is our last new one, and this is honey mustard. Not too much strange or unusual or difficult to do with honey mustard. You just put honey mustard on it. What is the adult beverage? The adult beverage is this, which is Schneider Weisse, which is the brewery. Schneider Weisse Aventinus weizen-dopplebock, which is a wheat double bock. That is the adult beverage. Maybe that's why I'm getting the flashes. Maybe it's the 8 point whatever. Let's see. Can I see that? Can I read that? 8.2. That is 8. Yeah, 8.2% ABV. All right. So honey mustard, pretty straightforward. Again, not a limited time flavor because all the new ones say bursting with flavor. They're not really bursting though. Let's see. So if they're bursting with flavor, I should be able to open this can. And when I open this can, they should just come out all over the place. And they're not. So it's not really bursting with flavor. I don't have too much of a mustard smell. There's the mustard taste. Let me throw this out there. You guys like mustard? Who likes mustard? Who doesn't like mustard? I like mustard. And I like the variety of mustards. And to be honest with you, honey mustard is one of the ones that I'm not crazy about it, but it does have its applications, like honey mustard on a chicken sandwich, not a fried chicken sandwich, but a grilled chicken. A grilled chicken sandwich with honey mustard is really good. So it has its applications. Um, Dijon mustard has its applications. Brown mustard has its applications, and just plain yellow mustard on a hot dog is like, a necessity. Welcome, Jules. Good to see you. So when I first started the live stream, we talked about the shirt. We talked about it being a Father's Day gift, and we also talked about this. And I put the link there so people could see us when we went to the Boston Tea Party Museum and Abigail's Tea Room. So, Jules, I made this today, but I added a little bit of, like I squeezed a little bit of orange in there and I added some honey to it. And I'm enjoying that out of here. And I let everybody know that those were Father's Day gifts from you. And they were both awesome gifts. So, Market Basket, where your dollar goes further. No, that's not what it is. What is it? We get more for your dollar. But that tea, Jules, you put a little bit of honey in it, and if you look at the back of the tea thing, it says "good just as is," which I agree because I've been drinking it as is. But I also added a little bit of honey and a little bit of orange to it, and oh my god, it's amazing. Did you get some? Did you get some for you? Because it is really good. For those of you who get more for your dollar, I still owe you the butcher shirt. Which butcher shirt? Your dad's getting old, Julie. I don't remember so much anymore. You need to get yourself some of this. The tea is just amazing. So thank you, Jules. Oh, that's good. Oh, that one. Yes. Yes, we definitely do. And I promise that I will wear it on the show. So there we go. There's Sassy slogan. I'm not going to mention it right now, but we will wear it on the show. It's like I am debating on whether I should wear that shirt from that Vietnamese restaurant that has pho in Beaverton, Oregon. That I have that shirt, and I'm debating on whether to wear that on the channel or not because depending on how you pronounce that, it could go horribly wrong. All right, I'm sorry. I digressed. Honey mustard. Good flavor. It does have that sweetness that honey mustard has. It definitely has the mustard flavor and everything. They hit the mark on it. It's not like it doesn't have that tang of yellow mustard per se. That it's toned down by the sweetness from the honey. It's good, and it's a thumbs up. So there, thumbs up. So if you don't say it, you might be okay. There you go. Unless people ask me how to pronounce it, in which case I'll have to do it a word at a time. But Jules, I mean, honestly, I did a review there. I did an episode there at this pho place in Beaverton, Oregon. So if you guys are interested in it, you go to our YouTube page and do a search on our episodes for pho, PHO for pho, and you'll find this pho place in Beaverton, Oregon that we went to, and we have the T-shirt. So yeah, I'm going to give this honey mustard a thumbs up. They did live up to the name. Yes, they did. It was good. Maybe not amazing, but good still. All right. So now we are down to two flavors that aren't really listed on Pringles website as being new. But they're recent. They're recent ones. And again, the reason we're doing this is because we just needed something to fill out our Pringles live stream, and there were three of them that we couldn't find. So we will try. Oh, so Jules, let me ask you, because maybe you can do this, right? I've looked all over for the three that we can't find. They are Texas barbecue brisket, cheesy jalapeno popper, and sweet chili sauce. Now I know that you're able to find things in your local like Walmart and stuff that I can't find here for some reason, like the goldfish, right? So so maybe we'll do this, Jules. If you can find those, the Texas brisket, Texas barbecue brisket, cheesy jalapeno popper, and sweet chili sauce, which they list as three of the other new ones. I can't find them here. I've looked all over the place. I've gone to Ralph's. I've gone to in Target. I've gone to Walmart, who usually has all of them, and they don't have those. But if you can find them, shoot me a text after the stream. I'll take a look. All right, cool. And then we can do one or two. Like maybe you can cover those, so we can do a quick episode with you where you're reviewing those three the three Pringles that I was not able to find. So again, we're substituting. So we have these two, which are older ones, not that much older, just over in the past couple of years. And again, maybe it doesn't make a difference because, like I said, on Pringles website, they list the new flavors as some of the ones that we reviewed back in March of 2023. So maybe not all that new, anyways. Um, so the last bit of it's not really trivia information. So Pringles was originally a product of Procter and Gamble. It got sold. I don't remember who got sold to, and then later on, it was sold in 2012 to Kellogg's. So it is currently a Kellogg's product, but it's still, it was Pringles was the company and the product and everything. Ah, thank you, Janice. So, Janet, we were talking about the pho episode and the pho T-shirt. I don't think I'm wearing the T-shirt in the episode, but I do have the T-shirt from that place that we reviewed, and Janice just posted the link for it. So if you guys are interested in it, there we go. Janice with the save. That's right. Gretzky scores and Janice saves. All right. No, Janice scores and saves. All right. So let's do. They're gonna do the hot honey afterwards, and we'll do this one first. So this again. All right. This is funny. So I saw this on the shelf as elote. So I'm thinking, okay, so Pringles is putting this out as elote. Now you guys are probably familiar with elote. Certainly, anybody from Southern California is familiar with elote because it's basically Mexican street corn. So they basically have these big roasters where they take the ears of corn and they roast them, and then with the husk still on it usually, and then what really makes the Mexican street corn is what they actually put on it afterwards. So in some cases, it's grated cheese, and I think they're using like a campesino or some sort of like um, a high moisture cheese, uh, like what do they call that? like Oaxacan cheese or something, and then they grate that on that. They also put mayo on there. They put chili. They put salt. They put lime. There's a bunch of different things in it. I'm pretty sure that one of the LA County Fair episodes we did with Matt Zion on reckless eating, I think we got a Mexican street corn and we put all the stuff on the Mexican street corn. Uh, yeah. So that's essentially what elote is. Elote is a Mexican street corn. So the thing is, Pringles came out with this. They called it elote, and I was mentioning earlier. So this originally came out in 2022, and I was mentioning it earlier that that when it first came out, it was called Mexican street corn and not elote. So maybe not. Maybe it was always called Mexican street corn and elote. But there you go. So there you go. Cojita cheese. Thank you very much, Janice. That's what queso fresco. Yes, that it could be queso fresco, mayo. Let's see, lime, tahine, butter. So the thing about tahine, you guys have not seen tahine. Is one of the things that you would put tahine on would be Mexican street corn, and tahine is a mixture um, of chili, lime, and I want to say salt, chili, lime, and salt, kind of mixed together. So what they do is they get the lime in sort of a powdered form, and they mix the chili, the lime, and the salt together, and it's called tahine, Tagin, as Julie wrote it there. And it goes on a lot of stuff. So it goes great on popcorn. Like if you make popcorn, you sprinkle tahini on there. Really, really good on popcorn. But that's one of the things that if you don't if you go to a place that's doing the Mexican street corn, sometimes they have the tahini, so you don't have to put lime juice on it and put the salt on it and put the chili on it. They take care of it for you just by giving you the tahini to sprinkle on it. So it's great on pineapple. Oh, I bet it would be. And Dole Whip. How about on pineapple Dole Whip? Janice, when we went to the when we did that, like I guess it was post or during COVID, we did the shorter um, LA County Fair. I think didn't we get like a Dole Whip that might have had that tahine or something on it? Do you remember that, Janice? What it was that we got? Because I remember Dole Whip and pineapple. Ooh, so a lot of these other Pringles, when you open the can, some of them don't like even have a smell at all. This one does. This one really, really has that kind of almost like an earthy smell. All right, here we go. We have a tornado warning. Oh, tornado. Oh my God. Yeah. Is it hot there, Jules? Here it's like 97 here right now. I think tomorrow it's supposed to go down to 90. 90 is the high tomorrow, and then it's going to be in the high 80s the rest of the week. But today it's like 97. So that's why I'm in here with the headset, because I have the air conditioning going, and I didn't want the air conditioning to get picked up on the mic on the webcam. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear it? These are noise canceling headphones, so supposedly you're not supposed to be able to hear the air conditioning through that. Can you? I don't know. Humid as Florida's armpit. Been almost 100 for a week. Oh my God. And that's brutal because it's so humid in the Boston area. Here we go. Mm. Mm-hmm. I'm getting a lime. I'm getting the chili. I'm getting the corn. Now I'm wondering if they just because, like I said earlier, Pringles is, what did I say the percentage was? Pringles is 42% potato. But I'm wondering if they just amp up the corn flavor in here because they use corn flour, rice flour, and potato flour or ground up potatoes. Let's see. Ingredients: dried potatoes, germinated yellow corn flour, cornstarch, rice flour. They don't say how much of it though. And less than 2% of spices, citric acid, because there's citric acid in everything. Onion powder, corn syrup solids, cheddar cheese. Would not put cheddar cheese on a Mexican street corn, but whatever. Natural and artificial flavors, disodium chemicals, blue cheese. That's weird too. Blue cheese. Would not think to put blue cheese. I mean, it sounds like it would go well, but blue cheese just seems like an odd thing to put on elote. Blue cheese, salt, enzymes, yellow wheat starch. Huh, interesting. Blue cheese. That's a weird thing. I know, Jules. What the hell? Maybe they figure they're mixing cheddar cheese and blue cheese together and somehow tasting like the Mexican cheese. I'm going to take my time chewing this only because I see where it says ads inserted. So I don't know if they insert the ads afterwards or you guys are having to sit through an ad right now. I don't know. And hopefully, if you're sitting through an ad, it's only a minute long. So I'm just going to talk a little bit while I'm eating this elote. Well, it definitely has the corn flavor. Definitely get the lime, the salt, the pepper. You could definitely taste like this tahini there. You get the cheesy flavor. It almost tastes like those those little things of cheese that you get. It comes in a wheel and there's these little wedges of cheese and each one is wrapped in some sort of like foil paper. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I don't know which one. Reckless eating. Wow. Okay, you found it, Janice. Nitro iced coffee and Dole Whip reviews. Yeah, do you remember, Janice? Is that Dole Whip the pineapple Dole Whip? Do you remember what there was something on the was the Nitro iced coffee on the Dole Whip? I don't remember. With Majestic Beard, that I do remember. These are going to get a thumbs up. Maybe not an enthusiastic thumbs up, but they captured the flavor of the corn. They captured the flavor of the other stuff you put on it. Um, Mayo not so strong. It's pretty good. It's gonna get a thumbs up. All right. So that goes over here. And then last, and certainly not least, hot honey. Now, so many times I'm disappointed by hot honey, like things that say hot honey. Like even if I go somewhere and they have like a chicken sandwich and it's a hot honey chicken sandwich. I think it was what did we do recently? It was Wendy's. Wendy's had a hot honey chicken sandwich. It had honey on it because it was sticky as hell, but it didn't have the heat. So and maybe there's a hot honey's just not that hot. Maybe there's just not a hot honey. But I've kind of been disappointed in products that are hot honey. But we're going to try this. And again, this came out in 2022, so it's not one of the new ones, but we needed something to fill that in. No smell. It was a pineapple mango Dole Whip. Okay. I thought it had something to do with pineapple, but I wasn't exactly sure. I'm getting the sweetness, like the honey sweetness, but it's a weird sweetness. To me, almost doesn't taste like honey. They might actually put honey in here. Well, no, honey's an ingredient. Honey and molasses and cayenne pepper. So they're very, very specific on this one. So like on some of the other ones that are supposed to be spicy or supposed to be hot, they don't really specify. But this one specifies cayenne pepper. So it says less than 2% of salt, fructose, honey, molasses, cayenne pepper sauce, vinegar solids, garlic powder, spices. So they are specific. Now, cayenne can be kind of spicy. You guys are gonna laugh. I put cayenne pepper in my oatmeal every morning. Less than a teaspoon. Usually, I have oatmeal first thing in the morning. I usually put in it cayenne pepper, cinnamon, um, like the Omega Trail mix that they have at Trader Joe's, which has like pistachio, um, pecans, cranberries in it. So, and I'll also add raisins to that, and blueberries and strawberries to that. And I usually have that every day. And usually you can taste the cayenne pepper. So even just putting in like a couple of sprinkles in it and everything, it really has that kick. This one, again, it's the problem I have with hot honey in general. I can taste it. It's there. It's sitting on my tongue, and I can taste that there's a little bit of heat there, but not enough to be, you know, not enough to be notable. They need to bring up the heat a little bit. Otherwise, just call it honey, right? No, not honey, just honey. But I'm getting the honey flavor, just not getting the heat in there. It's just so subtle. So I'm going to say thumbs up, trending downward, not in the middle, but up, trending downward. They just need to amp up that heat just a little bit. Of course, there's citric acid, Julie. You know why? Because there's citric acid in everything. With a name like Majestic Beard, you'd think it'd be bedazzled, or have lights in it. Maybe they have like LED lights in his beard or anything. And he does have a fine beard. Majestic? I don't know if you call it majestic. All right. So those are the Pringles that we've done. And again, um, I will work with Julie on getting the other three new ones that we weren't able to find, and maybe Julie can do that. So I'll work with Julie on that. And then if Pringles comes out with something else unusual, then we will jump on that. So those are the Pringles that we tried today. Again, two older ones, at least a couple of years old. The rest of them are all listed on their website as new. And then there were three other ones that we've done that we already reviewed that are listed on their website as being new, but we've already done those. So those were, I put them in the chat earlier, but I will put them in again. So there's the Philly cheesesteak one that's on their website is listed as new, and we did that last year. So there's that one right there. And then the enchilada adobada and las meras habaneras, and I'll even put the names in there. And there's that one there. So well, that kind of blended in with the link. So hopefully that won't, hopefully it's not a problem. But that all kind of blended in. Uh, what did I miss? I don't know. When did you jump in? I thought you were here the whole time, Eli. Now, again, I think I mentioned earlier that I thought was pretty funny is hearing Matt pronounce the adobada. Why did I lose my link up here? Is hearing Matt pronounce adobada. I have a better one for you. So if anybody has seen it this week, he put out an episode where he went to Del Taco and he reviewed birria. And the way he says birria made me comment and say, Matt, never say that again. Never ever say that again. Oh, okay. Eli's just saying hi to Trippy Food East. I saw the Trippy Food thing light up. Yeah, to hear Matt's again, Matt's pronunciation of adobada was pretty funny, but his pronunciation of birria. All right. Anyways, what do you want from Do This Says Milk? Oh no, this was Jules. This was Did you see Julie? Did you see his review of the Del Taco birria? Did you see it? If not, you have to watch it. It is fun. Like I sound like I'm giving him crap, but it is funny. It's just you know, um, I'm half Latino, and so that half was kind of like, Matt, don't say that anymore. All right, now normally when we go through all our snacks, oh, mm, we did not do. You guys got to keep me honest. We did not do our soft drink, so we're going to do that right now. So this is Besitos. Besitos is the company, and I suppose the product line called Besitos. And this is mango con chile soda. I don't know. Soda is not like a Spanish word, so they put mango con chile instead of mango with chili. They said mango con chile, which is Spanish, but then soda, which is not Spanish, but that's okay. So this company, Besitos, was founded in 2021 in Beverly Hills, California. Now, if you go to their website, this is the only product they have. So I don't know if they're going to do other sodas or anything, but right now this is the only product they have. Now I looked at the color and I thought it was orange flavor, but it's mango and chili. And the thing about it is, if you take a look at it, I don't know how close we can get it, if I can show you. It has like pulp. You can see the mango pulp at the bottom of that. Maybe you can't see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently roll that, although it probably will still squirt in my face, which is entertaining. You kind of lava lamp this. All right, I'm gonna do this slowly. Yes, Julie, Besitos is little kisses. You are correct. He's California born and raised, but not by not by Latinos or Mexicanos. Soda is used in Spanish. Okay, Eli. Oh, you can smell the mango in there. And again, this is a soda, but usually like sodas with flavors and everything, you can they're kind of like translucent. You can kind of see through this. This is pretty opaque. So we're gonna try this. Shake it. I can now. I can shake it now because but it doesn't. Well, let's add a little bit more after we shake it. Lots of bubbles in there. It looks like orange tang. It does. The drink of astronauts. It's funny. I just got like a little bit of the smell up my nose, and because it's chili, it kind of burns a little bit. Wow, that is really good. Saw a recipe for tang pie and have one to make it. Don't tell Tom, Jules. Don't tell Tom. We'll have to do it. Reckless Eatings, Del Taco Birria Grilled Burrito. Janice, have you watched it? Have you watched that episode, Janice? Janice, you're just quick with the links here today. You are invaluable. Wow. I've had sodas that have chili in it. I've tried, like, I think we did some from Rocket Fizz. One, I think it was Ghost Pepper or something like that. We did jalapeno ones and everything. And the flavor was This is really, really good. So the amount of chili that's in there, it has that kick. It's really, really nice. The mango flavor, it has pulp in it. It has mango flavor and everything. Lots of bubbles. This is really, really good. I forgot all about that, Tom. We Tom and I did that Tang mac and like it wasn't mac and cheese. We substituted Tang for the cheese, so it was mac and Tang that we. Yeah, that was not good. I'm currently making some jail hooch. Are you currently in jail, Eli? Well, you wouldn't be telling us if you were in jail. That is really, really good. That is a big thumbs up. That is exceptional. Now, this is made locally, so I don't know where else you can get that. But it's really good. It's not like artificially sweet, although I'm sure it does have a lot of sweetener. It contains 10% juice. It does have that. Ingredients: water, mango puree, cane sugar, natural flavors, citric acid, salt. Why would they put salt in there? Caffeine, pepper. Cayenne pepper and caffeine. So it's caffeinated. Wow, that's just really, really good. Huh? Go figure. That is exceptional. So I think I'll ruin it. So let's add some of our beer. Nope, it's still good because that was a really, really good beer. That soda was really good, and together it's still good. It's not great, but it's still good. Adding a bit of salt to sweet helps balance the flavor. Oh, thank you, Tom. I didn't know that. The mix is really good, but let's put the Souchong tea in. So now it has Souchong tea in it. So it's the Besitos Little Kisses Mango con Chile, the Schneider Weisse Aventinus weizen-dopplebock, and the what else? Oh, and the Lapsang Souchong tea. Exactly, Julie. Adding a bit of sugar balances the flavor with savory. Interesting. Hmm. Now, it's really weird is that the smoke flavor from the tea really kicks in. They really get the smoke flavor in here. So you've got so much going on here. You've got the wheat beer, which is, I think they use roasted hops in there, and so you also get that kind of slightly smoky flavor from the beer. You get the smoky flavor from the tea, and then you have the tea flavor, and then you add the mango and the chili on top of that. And you would think that that would be like a horrific mess. It is not bad. It's not bad at all. Wow, interesting. Ah, yeah, that mixture is going to get a thumbs up. It doesn't always. I mean, sometimes it ends horribly, but this one actually was pretty good. All right. So now, as I was saying, oh, fruit juice plus sugar plus yeast. They actually get tablets in jail now. Oh, they can communicate. But you're not in jail, right, Eli? I mean, do we have to bail you out? Saying all those things together makes me nervous. You just raised the dead with some incantation. I probably did, but the car's okay. But I raised the dead. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. I always give you guys the goop melange. We're not doing a goop melange today because we just did Pringles chips, but we can do the Pringles version of goop melange. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Now we have, let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 Pringles. So if we do 2 each, that's 16 Pringles. Let's see how thick that's gonna be. So I don't think the order makes a difference. So there's 2 hot honey. Yes, Janice, I'm doing a goop melange. I'm not gonna like break this up into a bowl and then eat it with a spoon. I'm just gonna stack the chips. That's the thing about Pringles is they're stackable because they're what is that shape? What did I say it was called? Hyperbolic paraboloid. They are hyperbaric pol, bleh, paraboloids, so they can be stacked. Honey mustard in food jail, aka diet. It's a saddle they need to calm down. What's a saddle? Oh, the shape. The scientific community says otherwise. This is the all dressed, which unfortunately left a little bit desired. Again, the Canadians have, they know what they're doing with all dressed. This is the everything bagel, which was a little bit muted for my tastes. And again, they are my tastes. So guys, remember that always kind of question when I do a review. Your taste buds may be different, so try everything. These are the Minecraft Spicy TNT, which really delivered on the spice. I was actually pleasantly surprised there. That's a pretty big stack. And we got one more. The Carnitas Tacos, because we're right. I call it saddle shape because we're right. You know what? Gumby's what is it? A trapezoid? Gumby is a trapezoid. All right, there we go. So there's all 8 flavors of Pringles. This is just gonna disintegrate when I go to bite into this, and I can't put the whole thing in my mouth. I could probably fit the whole thing in my mouth, but then it's gonna be like a trip to the hospital. So, all right, here we go. You ready? It's funny. The really strong flavor I'm getting is the elote one. I did. It's not offensive at all. There's just all these different flavors playing together, but it's not offensive at all. Now the which one was it? The spicy one. The what's the elote? Oh, the TNT, the spicy TNT. That was really spicy. It was kind of muted because of the other ones. I'm still getting that spice coming through, sitting on my tongue. It is still spicy, but not as much as just eating the chip by itself. The ASMR is off the eat right the rock eating charts. That's because I'm using this mic as opposed to the other mic. That's why. For some bizarre reason, the elote is the one that comes through on that one. There's a mixture of flavors. It is spicier than all the individual ones because of the Minecraft TNT spicy one because that was exceptionally spicy. So that one gives it the spiciness. It's almost like if they'd put that level of spice on the elote one, that would have been really really nice. Now the elote one did have that essence of lime on there, but that's missing now. So I'm not getting that lime essence in there. And then anything like the carnitas one, which kind of mimics the spices that you would use to make carnitas, that's gone. Everything bagel's gone, but that everything bagel was kind of muted anyways. Carnitas, that's missing. All dressed, that's missing. Those were too subtle. I'm getting there was hot honey and honey mustard, slight honey taste. The mustard taste is coming through. Overall, it's not a bad combination of flavors. They don't really go, most of them are savory. There's very few sweet things. Spiciness a little bit. There's nothing meaty in there at all. Putting them all together actually pretty good. So yeah, I think it must be the blue cheese. Yeah, not bad at all. So I recommend trying them. If you have not, again, we did the enchilada adobada and the las meras meras habaneras. We did those last year, May of 2023. But again, Pringles website shows them as being new, and also the Philly cheesesteak one was also listed as new, but we did those last year. Now, a little bit of, I guess, housekeeping. Housekeeping. So if you guys, even with the live streams, if you guys look at the notes on the episodes and on the live streams, one of the things that I put on there is I put links for the website for the product that I'm trying, as well as the Instagram feed. Now, I'm gonna mention this again because I mentioned this on the last live stream. I used to put um, the Twitter, which is now X, handle on there, and I'm getting off Twitter, so I'm getting away from Twitter. If you guys follow me on Twitter, what I'm going to ask you to do is, because I'm starting to post more on Threads, is to go over to Threads, and I will post more on Threads. It's it, the content's not going to be a whole lot different, but Twitter or X has devolved into like a cesspool, and so I want to get off of that. So if you guys are following me on uh, on Twitter, then move on over to Instagram and Threads, and I think I have the links up there. So what I will do is I will when I if you look at the notes on all the products, I put the Instagram name and the link to their website. So like for instance, I'm talking about on Pringles website, they list all the Pringles that are new. So if you don't know what Pringles website is, some of them are easy to figure out. Like Pringles is Pringles.com, right? But I'm just saying, is in general, you can go to the website because I list the website um, in the notes. So go out to the website and check it out, and then go out to the Instagram and check it out. If you thought it was interesting, and if you tried it yourselves and like it, then follow them on Instagram or follow them on Threads. I don't know. Usually, 9 times out of 10, the Instagram and the Threads name are the same. I don't know if that is in our case. I don't know if our Threads name is Trippy Food or Val_Trippy Food, which is our Instagram name. But if you're not following this on either of those, please do. Please follow us on Instagram and please follow us on Threads, because the thing is, when I'm doing a live stream or when I come out with a new episode or anything, I post on there, and so you guys know about that. Now, if you subscribe, and some of you still have not subscribed, and that's okay. But if you subscribe, you get and you click on the little bell, then you get notification when I come out with an episode or something. But if you don't, I always put a notification on Threads and Instagram and Facebook, and so if you follow me there, you'll see that. But hopefully, hopefully you will help me get off X by following me on those other platforms, and and we won't have to be on X anymore. So. Will you be trying my Red Bull suggestion? If Eli, if you put it in the suggestion box, I will give it a try. I went on Twitter once, like 8 years ago. Well, the thing is, I'm still on it, but I don't like being on it, and I want to get off of it. So you need to get Ogie on Iggy, OGI on IGY. I'm not sure if those are acronyms or those are platforms that I don't know about. What are they? Are they platforms that I don't know about? Because I'm willing to do that. Yeah. So if again, if you are not following me um, on those platforms, please do, and don't worry about X or Twitter because I'm getting off of it. Old guy on Instagram. Maybe that's what it means, but I've never seen Instagram listed as IGY or old guy as OGI. So we'll find out. So as long as we're on the subject, though, if you are not, or if you're not subscribed, why not? If you guys have a YouTube name or anything, you don't have to put any content in a channel or anything to subscribe. So please subscribe. It helps us out. And then please like the videos. And then also check out the other videos of, like we mentioned, Matt and Reckless Eating. If you guys have not checked out that channel, then please do so. Janice Yamanaka, who is our I want to say figuratively our right hand man, who is always there and quick to post links and provide information. Janice has a great channel on her own. She's very prolific. She puts out sometimes like 2 to 3 episodes a day, sometimes, very prolific, and she does some very good episodes. So check her out. Tom, old guy in Colorado, check his YouTube channel out. Check all the and if you don't know who the channels are that we recommend, you go to our YouTube page, you scroll down, and you go to featured channels. They're all on there. Definitely check them out. We would not put them in there if we didn't think they were good enough that we enjoy it and we think you would enjoy it too. So please do. But we are at the end of our live stream. I thank you for joining us. We tried something different. Hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments what you thought of us doing, like we just did Pringles today. We didn't do anything else. We just did Pringles today. Do you like when we do stuff like that? We try to change it up a little bit, but would love to get your feedback on what you thought. So leave a comment and let us know what you thought about us doing, Pringles. Like, did we need to do an adult beverage? Do we need to do a soft drink, or could we just have done Pringles? Is there something we could have done better? Let me know. Let us know. We also have our suggestion box. If you have an idea of something that you would like to see us try, go to our community page, and on the community page, you scroll down, you'll see something called suggestion box, and just put the suggestion box in there. We've done a lot of episodes that we've gotten out of the suggestion box, including what I mentioned earlier, that somebody had suggested that we do the Nishin everything bagel ramen, and we couldn't find that, so we made our own. But now I found it, so we're going to be adding to that. We're going to be doing that. So leave something um, in the suggestion box, and if it's doable, we'll go ahead and do it. Let's see. Sorry, poor sugar making a mess. Eli, you're not supposed to take that down. He didn't say what he was pouring it on. Jules, have a great weekend, everyone. Great seeing Val. You rock. Much love. Have a great week. Love you all. You guys, I guess you guys noticed that I was winding down. Jules, I'll call you afterwards. We'll talk about those other um, those other Pringles flavors. But again, let me know. Uh, Please leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the live stream and just changing it up and doing Pringles and stuff like that. But you guys have a great week. Try to stay cool. I guess it's hot everywhere, especially today. Try to stay cool. Try to stay safe because it's crazy out there. But please take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day and a great weekend.